He used to say that I have decided for myself, I do not know how to make talim, I do not know how to make bayan, I do not know how to make mashwara, I do not know how to go out in the path of Allah. I am learning this work. And Hazrat Maulana Yusuf Sahib Rahmatullah Alayhi, who was the son of Ilyas Sahib Rahmatullah Alayhi, he was made Amir when he was only 26. And he passed away when he was 48. And whole life he gave for the work of Dawah. And he wrote so many books, one of them is Hayatul Sahaba. He used to say, Hum to is kaam ke bigarne wale hain. I am that person who is spoiling this work. He used to say about himself. Sahaba Rizwanullah Ajmain, those about whom Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam already gave glad tidings, Ashray Mubashara, the 10 people who received the glad tidings of Jannat in their lifetime, they used to cry, what will happen to us? Oh, if we were not even born, oh, if we were a bird, you know, oh, if we were grass. Like this they used to say about themselves because they were afraid to stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sahaba Rizwanullah Ajmain, they gave everything for this world. Their time, their money, their energy, their wealth, their gardens, they gave everything. Yet they used to think that we have done nothing. Today we give little bit and we think we are giving so much. Today we want to do tabligh, how? My job okay, my business okay, my shop okay, my wife and children okay. Okay, give something for tabligh. It's like this, I don't know if you have beggars in the street. They come to us in Bangladesh and we see if we have 1 ringgit, 2 ringgit, we give them. We don't give them 100 ringgit, we don't give them 500 ringgit. Why? Because 1 ringgit, it doesn't matter whether I have it or not. So, Allah is asking you, and you want to give 1 ringgit to Allah. Where the Sahaba gave their best time and their best money and their best assets. We want to give 1 ringgit to Allah. That means it doesn't matter whether I have 1 ringgit or not. Okay, give it to Allah. No, my dear sweetie. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not in need of us, we are in need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sahaba Rizwanullah Ajmain, they saw success in spending for the deen and in giving their life for the deen. Haram radiallahu anhu, in battle, somebody put a spear in his back and it came out from his stomach. And he said, Fuztu bi Rabbil Kaaba. I promise by the Rabb of Kaaba I am successful. So the man who killed him, he said, what is this? I killed this person and he's saying he's successful. He started asking around. So the people told him, oh, don't you know, Muslims have this belief that if they die in the path of Allah, they will go to Shurga. He said, I want to go to Shurga. And he recited the kalma, La ilaha illallah Muhammad. One Sahabi in the battle of Yamama, see, people saw that he is wounded and he is bleeding and he cannot walk, but he is dragging himself. People are saying, where are you going? He says, don't you hear they're saying, Ya al-Ansar, Ya al-Ansar. They're calling the Ansar. That's why I'm going. He says, brother, this is not for you. You are mazur, you are sick. He says, they did not say that. They only said, Ya al-Ansar, so I'm going. One Sahabi, Nu'man bin Qatada radiallahu anhu, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave him a bow for hadiyah. And he decided that he will stand in front of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam and shoot his bows, arrows. So he started doing that. When his bows broke, so what will he do? He decided, I will stand in front of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If any arrow comes, I will take it on myself and I will not let it hit Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he stood there in front of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam till an arrow came and went into one of his eyes and the eyeballs came out. He took it in his hand, turned around and said, Ya Rasulullah, look what has happened. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam took his eyeball, made dua and put it back in his eyes. And Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam made dua, oh Allah, make this eye better than what it was before and make it more beautiful than what it was before. So Qatada bin Nu'man bin Qatada radiallahu used to say that from that day, that eye was more powerful and more beautiful. No, some better life. And what did Abu Dujana do radiallahu anhu? When he saw that he was standing in front, he said, I will from the back. He went and caught Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam from the back. And he said, if any arrow comes, it will hit my back first, before it hits Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So they said after battle, quite a few arrows were sticking to the back of Abu Dujana Rasulullah. And we are the same ummah. The responsibility which was on Sahaba, same responsibility is on us. How much are we fulfilling that responsibility? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, don't be fooled by the dunya. The dunya is deception. Dunya is dhoka. Don't be fooled by it. Yet we are spending most of our time in the dunya, with the dunya, hoping for more dunya. There is no success in that, my dear brothers. When in the time of Umar radiallahu anhu, he was eating food. It was so rough that others could not eat. And he was wearing clothes, very, rough type of clothes. So the Sahaba, they decided that Umar's salary, we should increase it. Then he will have better clothes, he will have better food. But they didn't have the courage to go and tell him this. So they told Hafsa radiallahu anha, who was his daughter of Umar radiallahu anhu, wife of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that if she say, maybe he will listen. And told her, don't tell our names. We want to increase his salary. If somebody wants to increase your salary, you are happy or you are angry? But Umar radiallahu anhu, they are afraid he will be angry. So Hafsa radiallahu anha went to Umar radiallahu anhu and she said, oh my father, the Sahaba came to me and they requested me to tell you that they want to increase your salary from Baitul Mal. He said, you tell me their names, I am going to punish them. She said, no, I will not tell them. Then he said, oh Hafsa, you were in the house of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What was the best food he had? She said, if he ate in the day, he did not eat in the night. If he ate in the night, he did not eat in the day. One day, there was this box in which there was some ghee, butter, and it was lying in the bottom, and he was scraping it with the bread and eating himself and giving to us also. He says, what was the best clothes he had? She said, what clothes? He had one pair. He had one pair which he used to wear all the time. And he had another pair which he used to keep. If any guests used to come from outside, he used to put that on. He said, what is the best bed he had? She said, what bed? I had a piece of cloth. In the summer, I used to make it double. And in the winter, one was on his body and the other, one was over his body, one was under his body. This was his bed. So Hafsa radiallahu anha was crying and Umar radiallahu anha was crying. And he said, oh Hafsa, go to those people who have sent you and tell them that we were 3 companions. 2 of them have went a certain way and they have reached this destination. If I deviate a little bit, I will not be able to reach them. So they said, which night, which day? He says, the night of Hijrah, when there was nobody with Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, only Abu Bakr was with him. And the people had announced a reward of 100 camels for Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if anybody catch him dead or alive. Go ahead. And Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the darkness of the night, he was leaving Makkah. And he was turning and looking at the Kaaba, and he was crying, and he was saying, oh Kaaba, I did not want to leave you, but your people is not letting me stay here. Then he made dua that, "Oh Allah, I am leaving the city which I loved. Now you take me to the city which you love for me." So Allah took him to Yasrab. The name of Medina was Yasrab. When Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam started staying in Yasrab, people started calling it Madinatul Nabi. Medina means city, the city of the Prophet. So when they came out of Makkah, they came to the Jabal Sur, which is a very high mountain, and they started climbing it. And halfway through, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam became very tired. So Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu took him on his back and climbed the rest of the way. And when they came in front of the cave, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu said, "Ya Rasulullah, you stay outside. Let me see what's inside." So he went inside the cave and he saw that there is a lot of cracks and holes in the cave. So he took off his turban and tore it into pieces and plugged all those cracks and holes. But there was more cracks and holes. So he took off his shirt, jubba, and he tore that also and plugged all the cracks. Then Rasulullah came inside. He said, "Abu Bakr, where is your turban? Where is your jubba?" He said, "Ya Rasulullah, there were so many cracks, so I plugged the holes with my clothes." So Rasulullah, he made dua that, "Oh Allah, I am pleased with Abu Bakr, you too be pleased with Abu Bakr." So Jibreel alayhi salam came and he said, "Ya Rasulullah, Allah has sent me to inform you, just as you are pleased with Abu Bakr, Allah is also pleased with Abu Bakr." There was one hole left. He plugged all the holes, one was left. So he put his feet on it to plug that hole. And Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he was tired, so he put his head on the lap of Abu Bakr and fell asleep. From that side a snake came and bit the feet of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu once, twice. It was so painful that tears came out of his eyes and fell on the face of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He woke up. He said, "Abu Bakr, why are you crying?" He said, "Ya Rasulullah, I think a snake has bit me." "Why you didn't wake me up?" "Ya Rasulullah, you were tired, how I can wake you up?" So Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam took some saliva from his mouth and put it where the snake had bit him, and it became well. So when Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam passed away, people gathered in Sakhifa Bani Sa'ada, the Muhajir and the Ansar. Who will be Amir? Who will be Amir? Muhajir said, Amir will be from us, and Ansar said, Amir will be from us. And one of them stood up and said, "Okay, one Amir from you, one Amir from us." So when Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu heard this, he gave the responsibility of Dafan to Ali radiallahu anhu and Abbas radiallahu anhu. And he took Umar radiallahu anhu with him and Abu Ubaidah ibn Jarrah with him. He says, "Let's go and see what's happening there." So when they arrived there, they saw that they were about to start fighting. So Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, he said, "Look, don't fight. I heard from Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that the Amir will be from the Quraysh." So they agreed. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu was one of the biggest alim, and many difficult situations he solved. One was this. The other was when they wanted to bury Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Somebody was saying he's from Makkah, we will take him to Makkah. Somebody was saying no, he will bury him in Medina. So there was going to be a fight, and Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu said, "I heard from Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, wherever a Nabi dies, you don't remove him, you bury him there." So he died in the hujra of Aisha radiallahu anhu, so he was buried there. Then when they were going to wash him, they said, "Should we take off his clothes and wash him? How will we wash him?" So Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu said, "I heard from Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that you don't take off the clothes of the Nabi when you wash his dead body, you wash him with his clothes on." So Abu Bakr was a big alim, you see. Then he said that, "Look, you have two people upon whom Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was pleased. Umar radiallahu anhu and Abu Ubaidah radiallahu anhu. You make any one of them your Amir." So both of them came and made bay'ah with Abu Bakr. They said, we make bay'ah with you. And when they made bay'ah with him, all the Muhajir made bay'ah with Abu Bakr. And then all the Ansar also made bay'ah with Abu Bakr. And what they called him, we think Khalifa means king. No, Khalifa does not mean king. It does not mean president. It does not mean prime minister. Khalifatul Rasul. He was made Khalifatul Rasul, which means he was Wakil of Rasul. He was representative of Rasul. So we have to understand is that Abu Bakr was the Ummah of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and he was made Wakil of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. In other words, the whole Ummah is also Wakil of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, 2.5 years he was Khalifa. He stood up with the work of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he did the same effort that was being made by Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Umar radiallahu anhu, 10 years he was Khalifa. He stood up with the work of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Same with Usman radiallahu anhu, same with Ali radiallahu anhu. You see, they acted as the representative of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So this whole ummah is representative of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That means our work is not shop, trade and business. Our work is the work of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that is to call people to Allah and make efforts for the deen of Allah. Death came for Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. He called his daughter Aisha radiallahu anhu. And he said, Aisha, 2.5 years I was Khalifa. How much money I took from the Baitul Mal? So she said, about 6,000 dirhams. He said, I have a piece of land. You sell it and deposit that amount in Baitul Mal. It should be around 6,000 dirhams. What else did I take? She said, 1 camel, 1 slave, and 1 chadar, 1 wrap. He says, when I pass away, take these 3 things and give it to the one who will be Khalifa after me. So when Abu Bakr passed away, she took the money she sold the land, took the money and took the 3 things which was used by Abu Bakr and presented it to Umar radiallahu anhu. Umar radiallahu anhu cried and he said, oh Aisha, your father has made it very difficult for us. He also said that how many pieces of cloth was needed for the kafan of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. She said 3 pieces of cloth. He said, all right, I have 2 chadar on me. Wash it properly, use these 2 and bring 1 new. Aisha Radhana said, oh my father, we are not so poor that we cannot buy 3 new pieces of cloth for you. He said, no, those who are alive have more right to new clothes. Why these 2 old clothes is enough, just bring 1. Then he made dua. No, then he asked, which day Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam passed away? She said he passed away on a Monday. And he made dua, oh Allah, take me up also on a Monday. So he died on Monday. And when he passed away, where did they bury him? Next to Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When Umar radiallahu anhu was attacked and he was stabbed, so when people lost hope that he was going to live, he was lying in the lap of his son. He said, put my head on the floor. He said, why, father? He said, let me rub my face in the dirt. Maybe seeing me in this condition, Allah may take mercy on me. And there are so many instances that what Umar radiallahu anhu had fikr for, the ayat of the Quran came on that same thing. So he sent his son to Aisha radiallahu anha. He says, go and tell Aisha that Umar wants a place with his two friends. Who are the two friends? Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. So when he went and told Aisha radiallahu anha, she said, this place I had reserved for myself, my husband, my father and myself. But Umar is such a person, I cannot deny his request. Okay, I give permission. So his son came very happy. Oh, my father, she has agreed to give you a place next to them. He said, no, wait. I am still alive. I am still Amirul Mumineen. Maybe out of shyness she agreed. So you do one thing. When I die and my soul leaves my body, you take my janazah and put it outside the hujra of Aisha radiallahu anha. And then again request that Umar wants a place inside. If she agrees, then you bury me inside. If she doesn't agree, you bury me in with the rest of the Muslims. So when he passed away, Umar radiallahu anhu, they took his janazah and placed it in front of the hujra of Aisha radiallahu anha. And they said, Umar radiallahu anhu wants to enter Hazrat Aisha radiallahu anha. She took her clothes and she made parda and she came out of her hujra and she said, yes, let Umar come in, let Umar come in. So he got a place next to Abu Bakr. So these are the people who we should follow. We should not follow people from different walks of life, people from different communities, people from different religions. No, our uswa, our example are the Sahaba. You see? The more our lives will resemble the lives of the Sahaba, the more successful we will be. And this work is the responsibility of the whole ummah, the men, the women, the children, the rich, the poor, the black, the white. Whole ummah has been given the responsibility of the work of dawah. That's why our elders are saying, sit every day in your home for taaleem with your wife and your children. You go for 2 months, for 3 days with the men Jamat. In the 3rd month, you take your ladies in 3 days Jamat. You go every year at least for 140 days. Now they are saying 4 months. And the ladies every year should spend at least 15 days. 2 years you go with men's Jamat, 3rd year you take your ladies out for 40 days. And those ladies who have spent 40 days, take them to different countries of the world. So when the ladies will have the same fikr and the men will have the same fikr and the children will have the same fikr, then Allah will give us hidayah. Inshallah we will do this. And who are ready cash for 4 months, for 40 days in this? Tonight, mashallah. What's your name? Rozain is Allah Qabul Farman. Who else? Tonight, my dear brothers. Those who came for 40 days, make it 4 months. Those who are going back, spending 40 days, stay back and complete 2 more 40 days. MashaAllah. Bangun. Bismillah. Come on, brothers. MashaAllah.